We're going to move now to a reading from each of the books nominated for the traditional Trillium Book Award, le Prix littéraire Trillium, and we're going to again alternate between English and French, beginning with Craig Davidson. Craig's an author born in St. Catharines, but now living here in Toronto. His articles and journalism have been published widely. He has 3 previous works of fiction to his credit. One, Rust and Bone, you may well have heard of. It was made into a powerful film that starred Marion Cotillard. His nominated work, Cataract City, is his 4th novel, one that has received widespread critical acclaim for its superb storytelling and extreme plot lines. He was telling me prior to our evening together, it too has been optioned to be turned into a film. Cataract City itself is a tourist town with an uncanny hold over the people born there. The jury picked up on that, noting Davidson's characters are desperate to break free of the dead-end world they were born into. To read from Cataract City, please welcome Craig Davidson.
Hi, gang. Of the 2,912 nights I spent in prison, 2 were the longest, the first and the last. But then most cons would tell you the same. That first was endless, even more so than those long ago nights in the woods with Owen, when the wind hissed along the earth and the darkness was full of howling. In the woods, an animal might rip you to shreds, sure, but it had no goal other than to protect itself and its offspring. The Kingston Penitentiary housed animals who'd flatline you for looking at them cockeyed or breathing their air. My cot felt no thicker than a communion wafer, the coils corkscrewing into my spine. And penitentiary darkness was different than the outside the walls variety. A prison never achieves full black. Security lamps are forever burning behind mesh screens in the high corners of the cell block, and there's these hourly flashlight sweeps. Your eyes become starved for true night. Anything is better than that granular, gummy, semi-dark where shapes shift, half-glimpsed at the edges of your sight. Still, you get used to it in time. You get used to everything. Then comes that last night. It's like my buddy Silas Garrow says, we all owe and we're all paying. And what else is prison but the repayment? Then they set you loose. But some part of you figures you haven't quite paid enough. You've paid what the law demands, sure, but some debts exist beyond that. Blood dues, you could say. And those debts aren't collected in the usual way, are they? No. Those ones tiptoe up behind you like a sneak thief. And that last night, I lay in my cot, a new one, still prickly as hell, thinking I'd die. That dread certainty entombed itself in my skull. It wouldn't be anything crazy. Nobody's going to stab me in the neck with a sharpened toothbrush or anything like that. No. It'd be a boring and commonplace kind of death. This itty-bitty shred of plaque might detach from an artery wall, surf merrily through my bloodstream, lodge in a ventricle, and kill me dead. That would be fair and right, too, because I'd killed a man myself. A fair one-to-one transaction, blood canceling blood. Fairer still that it would happen in the hours before my release, because you got to figure that's the way such debts get repaid, with a gotcha. Thank you.
Craig Davidson, ladies and gentlemen, that is how Cataract City begins, and I think you can see it's an engaging read right from the outset. It is published by Doubleday Canada. It was selected a Best Book of the Year by Amazon.ca and a finalist for the Scotiabank Giller Prize.